Have you ever looked in the mirror and thought, hey, wasn't my arm a little less wobbly last year? Or maybe you've tried to pick up a grocery bag and realized it felt a whole lot heavier than you remembered. If you're over 60, you're definitely not alone. In fact, millions of Americans over the age of 55 quietly lose muscle mass every year, and most of them have no idea why it's happening. Sure, we've all heard people blame it on just getting older. And while it's true that age naturally slows down muscle growth, what most folks don't realize is that it's not just your age or activity level working against you. Nope. In many cases, the real culprit is sitting right there on your dinner plate, smiling at you like an old friend. That's right. Some of the everyday foods we trust the most are actually sneakily stealing our muscle strength little by little. And the worst part? You probably think some of them are healthy choices. Now, here's the good news. Once you know what those foods are, you can swap them out for better options and start protecting your muscle health today. And trust me, you're going to be surprised by a few of these, especially number 3. I mean, really, it's been sitting in your fridge for years, pretending to be your buddy, while secretly backstabbing your biceps. In this article, we're going to uncover the 6 everyday foods that are silently stealing your muscle after 60. I'll break down exactly what these foods do to your body, share what science says about them, and give you simple, practical swaps that can make a world of difference. Along the way, we'll keep things light, easy to understand, and maybe even laugh a little, because staying healthy doesn't have to feel like a chore. So, if you care about staying strong, mobile, and independent for as long as possible, keep reading. You'll thank yourself, and maybe your grandkids will too, when you're still able to outrun them at the park. Don't forget to subscribe to Senior Health for more life-changing tips like this. And drop a comment below if you've ever felt like your strength was slipping away without explanation. You're in good company here. All right. Now that we've raised a few eyebrows in the introduction, it's time to roll up our sleeves and figure out why your muscles might be quietly packing their bags and heading out the door, leaving you feeling a little softer, a little slower, and maybe a bit more frustrated than you used to be. Yes, aging plays a part, but it's only one piece of a bigger, sneakier puzzle. And a surprisingly large piece of that puzzle is hiding, right in your kitchen. Aging and muscle loss. What's really going on? First things first, there's a perfectly natural reason your muscles shrink as you age. It's called sarcopenia, a medical term for the gradual loss of muscle mass and strength as we get older. According to the National Institutes of Health, NIH, after the age of 30, we can start losing as much as 3% to 8% of our muscle mass per decade. And after 60, that rate speeds up like a teenager in a Mustang leaving the driveway. But here's the kicker. Sarcopenia isn't just about getting older. It's heavily influenced by your diet, physical activity, hormones, and overall health. And yes, the food you eat can either speed up or slow down this muscle meltdown. The hidden role of food, how it secretly weakens muscle. Let's be honest. In America, we've grown up believing that if something comes in a colorful package, sits in the frozen food aisle, or gets advertised during football games, it must be good for us. Or at least harmless, right? Wrong. As it turns out, many everyday foods are loaded with muscle-wasting ingredients. These include refined carbohydrates, excess sodium, hidden sugars, unhealthy fats, chemical preservatives. These ingredients sneak into our diets through foods we barely think twice about. Sandwich breads, flavored yogurts, canned soups, diet sodas, and even so-called healthy snack bars. According to Dr. Stuart Phillips, a leading professor of kinesiology and nutrition at McMaster University in Canada, whose work is frequently cited in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, the quality of your protein and carbohydrate intake dramatically impacts your muscle health, not just the quantity. If you're eating low-quality foods, even high-protein ones, they could be doing more harm than good. Muscle loss risks. It's not just about vanity before you dismiss this issue as a cosmetic problem. Like, oh well, guess I won't win a Mr. or Ms. America contest anytime soon. Let's get serious for a moment. Losing muscle after 60 isn't just about how you look. It's about how you live. Loss of muscle increases your risk of falls and fractures, joint pain and stiffness, decreased mobility and independence, lowered metabolism, leading to weight gain. Chronic conditions like type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and osteoporosis, frailty, and hospitalizations. The Journal of Aging and Health reports that adults over 60 with reduced muscle mass are nearly twice as likely to be hospitalized within a year compared to those with better muscle health. So yes, it's a pretty big deal. Lifestyle habits that speed up muscle loss. Let's talk about what else might be working against you, besides that mischievous meatloaf hiding in your fridge. Sedentary behavior, you might not realize it, but the average American senior spends about 9.5 hours a day sitting down. And no, it's not all because of reruns of Wheel of Fortune. Between TV, reading, computer time, and meals, those hours add up fast. When you don't use your muscles, your body essentially says, well, looks like we don't need these anymore, and starts trimming the muscle fibers down. Chronic stress. Ever heard the phrase stress eats muscle for breakfast? Well, maybe not, but it should be a thing. Chronic stress releases high levels of cortisol, a hormone that, when left unchecked, literally breaks down muscle tissue. And unfortunately, stress isn't exactly in short supply these days. Poor sleep isn't just for dreaming about a young Tom Selleck. It's during deep sleep that your body releases growth hormone, which plays a huge role in building and preserving muscle. A 2021 study from the Journal of Sleep Research found that older adults who got less than 6 hours of sleep per night had significantly lower muscle mass than those who slept 7-8 hours. Inadequate protein. While everyone knows protein is important for muscle, most seniors aren't getting enough. According to the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, the average older adult consumes 30% less protein than recommended. And worse, much of that protein is coming from processed meats or low-quality sources. Vitamin D deficiency. Vitamin D isn't just good for bones, it also helps your muscles function properly. Low levels of vitamin D have been linked to muscle weakness, increased falls, and poor recovery after exercise. The Journal of Endocrinology and Metabolism found that up to 60% of adults over 65 in the US are vitamin D deficient, a hidden epidemic, with real muscle consequences. But what about healthy foods? Now here's where it gets sneaky. You might be thinking, well, I eat whole wheat bread, I drink low-fat milk, I snack on low-sugar granola bars. I should be fine, right? Not necessarily. Many so-called healthy options are loaded with hidden sugars, preservatives, or artificial ingredients that promote inflammation and muscle breakdown. Even low-fat dairy, for example, often has added sugars to make up for the loss of flavor. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that processed foods, even those labeled as healthy, were associated with reduced muscle quality in older adults. And let's not even talk about diet sodas. Okay, Diet sodas are a wolf in zero-calorie clothing. Artificial sweeteners like aspartame and sucralose can mess with insulin response and appetite regulation, leading to muscle breakdown over time, as noted in a 2020 study by the Journal of Gerontology. The big picture, a slow, silent process. The scariest part about all of this, it happens so gradually you barely notice it. One day you're carrying all the groceries in one trip, and the next you're asking your grandson, Tyler, to help bring them in. That's what makes these muscle-stealing foods so dangerous. They don't knock you over like a sack of potatoes. They slowly chip away at your strength until you realize you can't get up from the recliner without a little grunt and groan. So why should you care? Right now, Because here's the thing. It's never too late to turn this ship around. Studies show that even in your 70s, 80s, and 90s, making changes to your diet and lifestyle can dramatically improve muscle strength, balance, mobility, and overall health. You don't have to accept muscle loss as your fate. You just have to know what's causing it. And lucky for you, we're about to pull back the curtain. All right, folks. It's time to open up those kitchen cabinets, peek into the fridge, and maybe side-eye your pantry a little. Because right now, you've got some unexpected culprits in your home. Foods you might have eaten for years without a second thought that could be quietly chipping away at your strength. Some of these might surprise you, some might make you groan, and one might even break your heart. I'm looking at you, number 3. But hey, better to know now than wait until you're wondering why you can't open the pickle jar anymore. Let's dive in. White bread and refined carbs. Why it's a problem. Good old white bread. The nostalgic sandwich base of American childhoods. But after 60, it's one of the biggest muscle thieves lurking in your kitchen. White bread, along with bagels, white rice, pastries and crackers made from refined grains, is stripped of its fiber, vitamins and minerals during processing. What's left is a starchy, rapidly digesting carb that spikes your blood sugar like a 4th of July firework, followed by a crash. Why does that matter for muscle? When blood sugar rises rapidly, your body releases insulin to bring it down. Over time, frequent blood sugar spikes and insulin surges promote inflammation and muscle protein breakdown. According to a 2020 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, older adults consuming high glycemic foods like refined carbs had higher rates of sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss, compared to those eating whole grains. Better option: switch to whole grain or sprouted grain breads, choose quinoa, brown rice, and steel-cut oats over white rice or instant oatmeal. Look for 100% whole grain on packaging, not just multigrain, which can be misleading. Fun fact: in one 2022 study, seniors who replaced refined carbs with whole grains gained muscle mass and improved strength within 12 weeks, without even changing their exercise habits. Now that's a win. 2. Processed deli meats. Why it's a problem. Turkey slices, bologna, ham. Easy, convenient, protein-packed, right? Well, yes, but also loaded with sodium, nitrates, and preservatives that promote inflammation, oxidative stress, and muscle wasting. A study in the Journal of Gerontology found that seniors who frequently consumed processed meats had significantly lower muscle mass and grip strength compared to those eating fresh, unprocessed meats. Why it steals muscle. High sodium levels cause dehydration, which stresses muscle tissue. Nitrates and preservatives increase inflammation, impairing muscle repair. Low-quality protein found in processed meats lacks essential amino acids needed for muscle maintenance. Better option: choose fresh, lean cuts like turkey breast, chicken, or salmon. Make your own deli-style meats by baking and slicing at home. Look for nitrate-free, low-sodium brands. They're out there. And a health note: a Harvard study in 2021 reported that even reducing processed meat intake by 1 serving per day led to measurable improvements in muscle strength in adults over 60.3. Low-fat flavored yogurts. Surprise. Why it's a problem. This one stings. Flavored yogurts are often marketed as health foods, especially the low-fat or fat-free kinds, but look closer and you'll usually find a whopping 15-30 grams of added sugar per cup. That's more than a glazed donut. How it steals muscle. Added sugars increase inflammation and insulin resistance, which promotes muscle breakdown. Low-fat products remove the natural healthy fats that help support hormone balance, especially testosterone and estrogen, both critical for muscle preservation after 60. Better option: Go for plain, full-fat Greek yogurt. Add your own fruit or a touch of honey. If needed, watch labels carefully. Look for 5g of sugar or less per serving, research says. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors consuming full-fat dairy had greater muscle mass, better mobility, and lower rates of falls compared to those opting for low-fat alternatives. Fun tip: add chia seeds, almonds, or berries to plain Greek yogurt for a powerhouse muscle-supporting snack. Diet sodas and artificial sweeteners, why it's a problem. 0 calories. Sure, 0 problems? Not even close. Diet sodas and artificial sweeteners like aspartame, sucralose, and saccharin can seriously mess with your metabolism. How it steals. Muscle disrupts insulin sensitivity, leading to increased fat storage, and muscle loss alters gut bacteria, negatively affecting nutrient absorption and inflammation levels, confuses the body's hunger signals, often leading to overeating later. A 2020 study in the Journal of Gerontology found that seniors who drank diet sodas regularly had twice the loss of muscle mass and strength over a 5-year period compared to non-diet soda drinkers. Better option: drink sparkling water with lemon. Or fruit slices. Try unsweetened iced tea if you need a sweetener. Use stevia or monk fruit in moderation. Health. Note: artificial sweeteners aren't just in sodas, they're also in sugar-free puddings, flavored waters, gum, and even ketchup. Check those labels. Margarine and processed vegetable oils, why it's a problem. Remember when margarine was supposed to be healthier than butter? Yeah, turns out not so much. Many margarines and processed oils, like corn, soybean, and canola oils, are high in omega-6 fatty acids and trans fats. How it steals muscle. Omega-6 oils promote inflammation, which accelerates muscle protein. Break down trans fats, increase insulin resistance and muscle wasting. They impair the function of mitochondria, the little power plants inside muscle cells. A 2019 study in Nutrients Journal found that older adults with higher omega-6 and trans fat intake had lower lean muscle mass and poorer mobility scores. Better option: use extra virgin olive oil or avocado. Oil: choose grass-fed butter in moderation. Avoid products listing partially hydrogenated oils. A red flag for trans fats bonus. Tip: add omega-3 rich foods like salmon, flaxseed, and walnuts to balance your fats and support muscle health. Frozen dinners and canned soups, why it's a problem. Quick, easy, comforting, but at what cost? Most frozen meals and canned soups are packed with sodium, preservatives, low-quality carbs, and inflammatory oils. How it steals muscle. Excess sodium leads to fluid retention and muscle cramping. High preservatives promote oxidative stress in muscle tissue, often lacking adequate, high-quality protein, high in refined carbs, which spike blood sugar and trigger inflammation. The Journal of Aging and Health reported in 2022 that seniors who relied heavily on processed convenience foods had faster rates of muscle decline and mobility loss compared to those preparing fresh meals. Better option: make large batches of homemade soups with lean protein and freeze portions. Choose low sodium, organic or homemade options. Look for meals with at least 20 grams of protein per serving and under 500 mg of sodium. Fun fact: homemade bone broth is packed with collagen, amino acids, and minerals, all great for preserving muscle mass and joint health. Recap: the silent muscle thieves, let's list them again for good measure. Vendor white bread and refined carbs, processed deli meats, low-fat flavored yogurts, diet sodas and artificial sweeteners, margarine and processed oils, frozen dinners and canned soups. Healthier: swap whole grains, quinoa, oats, fresh lean meats, nitrate-free. Cuts plain, full-fat Greek yogurt, sparkling water, unsweetened teas, olive oil, avocado oil, grass-fed butter, homemade meals, low-sodium options. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. Look, I'm not saying you can never have a grilled cheese sandwich again, or that one can of tomato soup will instantly turn your biceps to pudding. What matters is what you do most of the time, not occasionally. Small changes, like switching to whole grain bread, using olive oil, and sipping sparkling water instead of diet cola, can make a huge difference in muscle health over time. Theses, good news, you've already taken the first step by learning what these muscle-stealing foods are. The next step is to start replacing them. One meal, one grocery run, one tiny pantry purge at a time. Okay, we've had the tough talk about the 6 sneaky muscle stealers lurking in your fridge and pantry. But don't worry, it's not all bad news. In fact, here's the part where things start getting delicious. If you're over 60, or approaching it, building and protecting muscle isn't about eating like a bodybuilder or choking down boring health food. It's about choosing nutrient-dense, muscle-loving, easy-to-enjoy foods that work with your body's changing needs. Let's dig in, fork in hand, to these 12 powerful, senior-friendly foods that help preserve strength, prevent falls, and keep you moving with confidence. Salmon and fatty fish. Why it's great. Salmon, mackerel, sardines, and trout are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which are known to reduce inflammation, improve muscle protein synthesis, and even help prevent age-related muscle loss. The research. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors who supplemented with omega-3s gained more muscle mass and strength than those who didn't, even without changing their exercise routines. How to enjoy it. Grilled. Salmon fillets, tuna salad with olive oil and lemon sardines on whole grain toast. Try it, seriously. Quick tip. Aim for at least 2 servings of fatty fish per week. Don't like fish? High-quality fish oil or algae oil supplements can help too. Eggs. Why it's great. Eggs are a perfect protein package containing all 9 essential amino acids your muscles need to rebuild and stay strong. Plus, the yolk is rich in vitamin D, B12, and healthy fats. The research. Older adults who ate more eggs showed better muscle strength, mobility, and balance compared to those with lower egg intake, according to a study in Nutrients Journal. How to enjoy it. Hard-boiled for a snack, scrambled, with spinach poached on avocado toast. Quick tip, don't skip the yolk. It's packed with important muscle-preserving nutrients. Greek yogurt. Why it's great. Greek yogurt has double the protein of regular yogurt, plus probiotics to support gut health, which can affect how your body absorbs muscle-building nutrients. The research, a 2020 study found that seniors eating Greek yogurt twice daily experienced less muscle loss and better strength maintenance over 12 weeks compared to a non-yogurt group. How to enjoy it. Mix with berries and nuts. Add chia seeds or flaxseed use as a base for smoothies. Quick tip. Choose plain, full-fat Greek yogurt with 5 g of sugar or less per serving. Chicken and turkey breast. Why it's great. Lean poultry is a fantastic source of high-quality complete protein, low in fat but rich in amino acids, essential for muscle repair. The KAIS research. In a large review published in Clinical Nutrition, higher intakes of lean animal protein, like chicken, were linked to better muscle mass and reduced frailty risk in seniors. How to enjoy it. Grilled, baked, or roasted with herbs added to soups or salads, stir-fried with veggies. Quick tip, cook extra and refrigerate for easy meals later. Beans and lentils. Why it's great. Plant-based and packed with fiber, protein, iron, and magnesium, all important for muscle function, bone health, and digestion. The research. Older adults who ate more legumes had stronger muscles and better mobility, according to a study in the Journal of Aging Research. How to enjoy it. Add black beans to salads, make lentil soup, toss chickpeas into rice dishes. Quick tip, canned beans work great. Just rinse to reduce sodium. Quinoa. Why it's great. Unlike most plant foods, quinoa is a complete protein, meaning it contains all essential amino acids. Plus, it's gluten-free, rich in fiber, and full of minerals like magnesium and iron. The research. In a 2021 nutritional study, seniors who regularly ate quinoa had higher lean muscle mass and lower inflammation. How to enjoy it. Use in place of rice or pasta. Add to soups and salads. Make a breakfast bowl with fruit and nuts. Quick tip. Rinse quinoa before cooking to remove bitterness. Cottage cheese. Why it's great. Cottage cheese is loaded with casein protein, a slow-digesting protein, perfect for preventing overnight muscle breakdown. The research. Consuming casein-rich foods before bed improved muscle preservation and nighttime recovery in seniors, according to the Journal of Nutrition. How to enjoy it? Pair with peaches or berries. Sprinkle with flax seeds. Spread on whole grain. Crackers. Quick tip. Choose low-sodium, full-fat versions when possible. Spinach and leafy greens. Why it's great. Leafy greens like spinach, kale, and arugula are rich in magnesium, potassium, vitamin C, and antioxidants, all crucial for muscle function, strength, and reducing inflammation. The research. In a study by the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, seniors who ate more leafy greens maintained greater muscle strength and walking speed. How to enjoy it. Toss into salads, blend into smoothies, sauté with garlic and olive oil. Quick tip. Frozen spinach is just as nutritious and super convenient. Nuts and seeds. Why it's great. Almonds, walnuts, chia seeds, and flax seeds provide healthy fats, plant-based protein, and antioxidants, plus magnesium for muscle and nerve health. The research. Seniors who regularly ate nuts had lower risks of sarcopenia, muscle loss, and better mobility, according to research published in Nutrients Journal. How to enjoy it. Snack on a handful, sprinkle over oatmeal or yogurt, blend into smoothies. Quick tip. Opt for unsalted varieties to avoid excess sodium. 10. Bone broth. Why it's great. Bone broth is rich in collagen, amino acids, and minerals, excellent for supporting joints, muscles, and tendons, especially as we age. The research. Regular consumption has been linked to better joint mobility and reduced muscle stiffness in older adults. According to the Journal of Clinical Interventions in Aging, how to enjoy it. Sip it like a tea. Use as a soup base. Add to sauces and stews. Quick tip. Homemade versions are easy. Just simmer bones, water, and veggies for hours. Avocados. Why it's great. Avocados are loaded with healthy monounsaturated fats, potassium, and fiber, perfect for reducing muscle-damaging inflammation and supporting heart health. The research. A 2020 study in Nutrients found that seniors eating avocados had better muscle function and reduced fall risk. How to enjoy it. Mash on whole grain toast. Add to salads or smoothies. Slice into sandwiches. Quick tip. Keep them slightly firm for easier slicing and storage. Some berries. Why it's great. Blueberries, strawberries, and blackberries are packed with antioxidants, vitamin C, and anti-inflammatory compounds that help fight muscle damage and oxidative stress. The research. In a long-term study, seniors who ate more berries experienced slower rates of muscle decline and better balance. How to enjoy it. Add to oatmeal or Greek yogurt, blend into smoothies. Snack fresh or frozen. Quick tip. Frozen berries are just as nutritious and last longer. Your muscle-friendly plate. After 60, Here's what a sample muscle-saving day might look like. Meal foods breakfast, scrambled eggs with spinach, whole grain toast, Greek yogurt with berries, snack handful of almonds and blueberries, lunch grilled chicken salad with quinoa, avocado and olive oil, dressing, snack cottage cheese with chia seeds, and peaches, dinner-baked salmon, roasted vegetables, and brown rice, evening warm bone broth or plain Greek yogurt. No starvation diets, no cardboard food, just real good-tasting, muscle-loving meals. Final thought. Nourish your muscles. Nourish your life. After 60, eating for muscle isn't about fad, diets or protein shakes. It's about smart choices, steady habits, and listening to your body. The right foods can help you move better, feel stronger, and stay independent for years to come. And hey, life's too short to eat sad food. So fill your plate with colorful, flavorful, nutrient-packed meals that love you back, all right? You made it this far, and that says a lot about you. You care about your health, you're curious, and you're ready to take charge of your muscles after 60. And trust me, it's never too late to make a difference. A lot of people think once you hit a certain age, it's all downhill. Wrinkles, stiff joints, creaky knees, and saying things like they don't make 'em like they used to. But science says otherwise. The truth is, with a few simple shifts, you can feel stronger, more energetic, and more confident, whether you're 60, 70, or beyond. Let's go over some encouraging facts and doable steps that can help you flex those muscles and live fully. Why muscle health matters more than ever. You might not be chasing grandkids around the backyard or carrying heavy groceries like you used to, but having good muscle strength still matters for balance and fall prevention, everyday independence, getting up, walking, lifting things, better posture, and fewer aches, improved metabolism, and weight control protection for your bones and joints. The good news, even modest improvements in diet and movement can make a huge impact. You don't need a gym membership, fancy supplements, or complicated diets. You just need consistency, a little humor, and a willingness to start. Small muscle-saving moves you can start today. Here are 7 simple, practical habits you can add to your daily life right now. They're easy, enjoyable, and proven to help preserve muscle as you age. Power up. Your protein. We talked a lot about good foods in part 4. Now it's about making sure you spread that protein throughout your day, not just one big dinner. Aim for about 20-30 grams of protein per meal if you can. That's roughly 2 eggs and a Greek yogurt at breakfast, a grilled chicken salad or lentil soup at lunch, salmon or turkey at dinner. Why it works. Your muscles rebuild better with consistent, steady protein rather than one big spike. Move a little, a lot, no need to run marathons or deadlift like a pro. Simple movements help activate your muscles and keep them working. Try marching in place during TV commercials, light stretches before bed, short walks after meals, chair squats. Yes, getting up and sitting down counts. Lifting small weights or soup cans. Why it works. The saying goes, if you rest, you rust. Moving even in small ways reduces muscle loss, improves blood flow, and boosts energy. Hydrate. Like a pro, muscles are about 75% water, yet many older adults don't drink enough. Staying hydrated helps muscles work better and prevents cramps and stiffness. Easy ideas. Keep a water bottle nearby. Sip herbal teas, flavor water with lemon or berries. Set a timer every hour as a reminder. Why it works. Dehydration makes muscles weaker and slower to recover. Keep those tissues juicy. Get your sleep in check. Ever notice how your body feels itchier and weaker after a bad night's sleep? That's because muscle repair happens while you snooze. What helps? Stick to a regular bedtime. Avoid too much late-night caffeine. Keep your bedroom cool and dark. Limit screen time before bed. Why it works. Better sleep, better muscle recovery, balance, and strength. Laugh, socialize, and stay positive. Believe it or not, your mindset affects your muscle health too. Isolation, stress, and negative thinking can actually make you weaker. Ways to stay upbeat. Call a friend for a chat. Join a walking or hobby group. Watch a favorite comedy show. Try something new, even if you laugh at yourself doing it. Why it works. Positive social interaction and laughter lower stress hormones that damage muscle and boost feel-good chemicals that help you move better. Add omega-3s and antioxidants. We covered fatty fish and berries, but this is a reminder that anti-inflammatory foods keep muscles younger. Quick swaps. Add chia seeds to oatmeal, drizzle olive oil on salads, snack on walnuts or almonds, blend spinach into smoothies. Why it works. Omega-3s and antioxidants fight inflammation and muscle breakdown while supporting repair and recovery. Track your wins. Nothing feels better than seeing progress. Whether it's being able to climb the stairs without stopping, lifting a heavier grocery bag, walking an extra block, balancing better when you put on your shoes, celebrate those little victories. Write them down, tell a friend, or treat yourself to something fun, a good book, a silly dancing video, a favorite snack. You deserve it. Why it works. Acknowledging small gains keeps you motivated and consistent, which is how real change happens. You're not too old, too weak, or too far gone. Let's be honest, some of us have spent decades avoiding exercise, skipping veggies, or thinking, I'll worry about that later. Well, later is now. The best part? It's still worth it. Studies show that even seniors in their 70s, 80s, and 90s can build muscle and strength when they start making these changes. And you don't have to be perfect. You just have to start. Final pep talk. You got this. Think of your muscles like an old car you've kept in the garage. Sure, it's a little dusty, maybe a bit stiff in the joints, but with a little care, some fuel, and a good tune-up, it'll still run beautifully. You're wiser now. You know what matters. You know it's not about being the fastest or fittest person in the room. It's about standing up without groaning, walking without fear of falling, carrying your grandkids or groceries with confidence, waking up and feeling good in your own skin. That's what this is all about. Your muscle-saving motto. Move a little, eat a little better, smile a lot. Repeat it when you need a boost. You've got one strong, capable, determined body, and it's still yours to take care of. So let's keep it moving, keep it fed, and keep it laughing. Now go flex those muscles, or at least wiggle your toes, and raise your eyebrows. That's a start. Don't forget to subscribe to Senior Health for more life-changing tips like this, and drop a comment below if you've ever felt like your strength was slipping away without explanation. You're in good company here.